February. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy. And any background noise. My dog, she's laying on my bed, so you might hear her. But yeah. Okay. First book I read this month was One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This is the first book in a duology. It's a nice, like, floppy paperback. I love those. This is like a dark, dark vibe. Like, it's dark fantasy. I almost said dark academia, but it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with, like, schools. But the vibe is the same, I think. I wouldn't say that it's like YA, maybe like new adult, because there is some like spicy scenes, not in like the most detail or anything, but definitely more than a YA, I think. I really enjoyed this book. I rated it 4 stars. I think I showed this in my book haul because I got the second book for Christmas, so yeah, I finished this. I can read the back real quick. Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mist-locked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient, mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her. He keeps her secrets. But nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it. Except the highwayman just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, and guilty of high treason. A maiden must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom in this dark, lush, gothic fantasy debut. So yeah, I think gothic was the word I was thinking of to describe the vibe of this. It's got a really matte cover. I think this only took me like 2 days to read. I really like the female main character. The romance was okay. Like, I liked the love interest, but he wasn't anything like special or like totally, he was okay. This book is about 390-ish pages. So yeah, if this sounds interesting, I really recommend it. And then we have the sequel. This one is Two Twisted Crowns. This one I liked just as much as the first. I flew through this one as well. This one's got... Oh, this one's definitely longer. This one's like 430 pages. I think this is a good read for like fall or winter. But yeah, so these were the first two that I read. Next book we've got Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is another really floppy paperback. I again flew through this. This is the first Ali Hazelwood book that I've ever read, so I was excited but a little nervous because I think she's like, either you really love her books or you don't. She's really, really popular and I wanted to give her a try, so. And I love the vampire werewolf, trope or whatever, so I went with this one for my first one of her books. And I really, really enjoyed it. I definitely want to read more from her. I think the female main character was the best part of this book. Like, I really liked reading in her head. The romance was good. I liked it. But I don't know, I didn't really feel like I connected to the main male character as much. Maybe because we didn't get to read his point of view. I don't know, I think the main female character was the star of this show. But yeah, this one is not that long. It's only about 390 pages. And I think I read this in like 2 days as well, or a day and a half maybe. But the cover is stunning. So this series I also read from the library. Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer. Her last name is hard to say. Kemmerer. Yeah. This was so good. This trilogy. I read the whole trilogy, I think in about like a week. So good. I want to own these for my shelf. Like, I want trophies. That's how much I love this trilogy. This one's like a YA fantasy as well, but this one I think would be strictly YA. Like, there wasn't any spicy scenes to it. This one was just, I loved it. I got halfway through the first book and I was like, I gotta own this. Like, I want my own copies. Okay, it's in a world where this kingdom, a lot of people get this fever and they die and like they cough medicine for it because it's such like, it's in like low quantities, and the poor, sector of the city doesn't get that much compared to other sectors because they can just buy it, they buy the medicine, but in the poor sector they can't. So they get like an allotted amount of medicine, and of course it's not enough. So these two outlaws like steal this petal from a flower and they turn it into an elixir for the cure. And they steal it from the royal palace, the royal sector, and they distribute it in the lower sector, the poorer area. And yeah, they get caught. And I don't want to say like anything else because I don't want to spoil it, because there's kind of like a plot twist in here, so with the characters, but it's like political and like adventure. Like they go on a boat and they go to different countries, and it's about like how the royal like family deals with this sickness, and how they can't just say, okay, we'll give it to everybody, because there's like this power thing, like what, yeah, it's just this whole thing, and it's really good. And I don't know if I explained that good at all, but if it sounds interesting, I would definitely recommend this trilogy. This is the first one. This is the second one. This one's Defend the Dawn. The covers are so pretty. This is the third one. It's Destroy the Day. This one's the thickest one. The biggest book. But yeah, it is so good. I cried. I cried at the end of this. I love the romance. Well, there was like two romance plots with two different couples, and I guess three technically, but like two main ones, and I loved them. Like I really like the female main character and the male main character. I thought they were so good, and we did get to read the point of view of the main male character too, and I really enjoyed that. So I really, really recommend this if this sounds like, your vibe. Okay, so the next book I read from the library, but I had returned it already, so I don't have a physical copy to show you, but I did take a screenshot on my iPad. It is, oh gosh, it's Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch. So this one was a good read, but I didn't love it. I think it was like a solid 3 stars. I think this would be like an upper YA, because there is like talk of spicy stuff. The main character, like some of the stuff she says and thinks is a little, and I really love the title, but I was surprised when this was like shelved under YA at my library, because of the title. I read it in like 5 hours because it was pretty short. I think it was maybe let me see. Yeah, it was barely 300 pages, 304 pages, and it read really fast. So, and I can read the blurb, but it's a big spoiler. So, murdered bad girl Annie Lane is back from the grave and hell bent on revenge. She just has to figure out who killed her. This fast-paced thriller by a talented debut delivers a horror-infused hunt for justice that once furiously feminist, darkly funny, and utterly satisfying. I did not guess the twist like beforehand. I really didn't. I didn't figure out that is a train. Alright, last book that I read. So, last book I read, and this is definitely not in order. I guess I should have said that. The last books that I did read this month in February was the Defy the Night trilogy. That one was so good. But yeah, this one is Make Me by Alina May. This one I read on Kindle Unlimited. You can see February 11th. This one was a MMM romance. Whoops. An MMM romance. So, between three guys. Two of them, this was like definitely a dark romance. Two of them were like professional killers. They targeted like specifically bad people. And then one of them is a cop detective. And he like is on the case to try and figure out who was laying down some bodies. And it turns out it's both of them, and they don't realize it. You know, that they're both kind of doing the same thing. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I could read the blurb. Okay. Ronan, I used to be a cop and now I kill people for fun. Yeah, I know. Never admit to your crimes. But you don't know who I am. To you, I'm just words in a blurb. Besides, I don't plan on living that long anyway. The system has failed us. There's no justice. So before I go, I'll be the justice. You know, AKAB, all killers are bastards, or however the F the saying goes. Logan, I kill people because they deserve it, but suddenly there's a copycat mimicking my style and stealing my marks. To top it all off, this copycat reminds me of someone very painful to remember. That's all I have. I took a screenshot, so that's all that. But yeah. It is free on Kindle Unlimited, and that's how I read it. I really like MMM romances where it's more than two people. I think that's always fun to read. So, yeah. So, that was everything that I read this month. I hope you enjoy.